All right. Hey, everyone, and welcome. So, if you're even thinking about buying, selling, or investing in Phoenix right now, you're going to want to stick around. This is your deep dive into the Phoenix housing market for October 2025. We're breaking down exactly what's happening on the ground and, more importantly, what it all means for you. Okay, let's jump right in.
Okay, first up, the headline number, the median home price. We're looking at $450,000. And what's key here is that it's holding steady. This is not some market in a free fall. Nope, it's a market that's really found its footing.
Next up, check this out. More than 25,000 active listings. You know what that means for buyers, right? It means one huge thing: choice. We're talking more options on the table than you've seen in a long, long time.
And rounding out our big three numbers is the pace of the market. The typical home, it's now taking about 62 days to go under contract. That feeling of urgency, it's pretty much gone, replaced by a much more, let's say, deliberate rhythm.
You put all that together, and the takeaway is crystal clear. The frenzy is over. That chaotic, high-anxiety market we've all been living through, it's officially in the rearview mirror. Welcome to Phoenix's new and, frankly, much healthier, balanced market.
Okay, so let's dig into that a little bit more, starting with pricing. After years of these just wild roller coaster swings, we've kind of hit what I'm calling the Great Plateau. Just look at the story this chart tells. You can see how the median price, that's the middle point of all home sales, just shot up, right? But then look what happened after it peaked back in mid-2022. It didn't crash. It wasn't a cliff dive. It was a really soft landing, with prices just settling down and stabilizing right around that $450,000 mark. And they've been holding firm there all through 2025.
So, what does that stability really mean in practice? Well, we're talking about a tiny, almost flat year-over-year price increase. It's a controlled flattening, not a collapse. Phoenix's economy is still really strong, and that's basically providing a solid floor under prices, keeping them from crumbling, even with more homes for sale. And for both buyers and sellers, this just creates a much, much more predictable environment to operate in.
All right, so that's prices. Now let's talk about our next key trend, which is a big one, the dramatic surge we're seeing in inventory. I mean, this chart really says it all. Think about it. Just 2 years ago, we had about 20,000 homes for sale. Last year, it was 24,000. And today, we're looking at over 25,000. That steady climb, year after year, has completely reshaped the entire market dynamic.
So what's the real impact of all this? Well, for buyers, it means you have the power now. You can take your time. You can be selective. For sellers, the competition is stiff, no doubt about it. We're now sitting at about 4.2 months of supply. And what that means is if nothing new came on the market, it would take about 4 months to sell everything available. That's really close to a perfectly balanced market. The biggest takeaway here? The era of those scarcity-driven bidding wars? Yeah, that's over.
Okay, this all brings us to our final big data point, and that is how the speed of the market has just fundamentally changed.
You can really see the median days on market just steadily climbing. A year ago, it was 52 days. Now, we're at 62. That's a 19% increase. It means the typical home is now taking about 2 full months to find a buyer. The frantic rush to buy has just been totally replaced by patience.
And that change in pace has created this massive psychological shift. I mean, remember the absolute frenzy of 2022? That fear of missing out, waiving inspections, getting into crazy bidding wars. Now compare that to today in 2025. Contingencies? They're back. Negotiation? It's absolutely key. And patience? It's actually rewarded. We're seeing a return to rational, thoughtful real estate. Okay, so now that we know all this, the big question is, how do you actually navigate the Phoenix housing market in October 2025? Let's get into the playbook.
All right, first up, for the buyers. Listen, this is your moment. The market balance has really shifted the power into your hands, and your single greatest tool right now is negotiation.
So here's your 3-step plan. Step 1, get pre-approved. You have to be ready to act decisively when you find the right place. Step 2, target motivated sellers. I'm talking about looking for homes that have been sitting for 30 days or more, or ones with recent price reductions. Those sellers are usually more flexible. And step 3, negotiate. Seriously, don't be shy. Use your leverage to ask for concessions, things like help with closing costs, or even a rate buy down. Okay, now for all you sellers out there, in a market where buyers have so much choice, how your home looks and feels, well, it's everything. Your key to success is presentation, period. And your strategy is also 3 simple steps. First, price it competitively right from day one. Your initial price is your most powerful marketing tool, and an overpriced home will just get ignored. Second, you have to maximize its appeal. Investing in staging and professional photos, that's not optional anymore. It's absolutely essential to stand out. And third, be flexible. Be ready to offer incentives and negotiate on repairs and terms to get that deal done. And finally, for the investors, a balanced market like this one is actually full of potential. Your focus really needs to be on finding those hidden opportunities.
So here's how you can capitalize. 1, hunt for value. I mean, more inventory means a way higher chance of finding those undervalued properties. 2, leverage that incredible rental demand. Phoenix is still growing like crazy, and that supports a really solid rental market. And 3, you've got to manage your risk. You have to account for longer selling times and maybe higher financing costs in your calculations.
You know, this quote really sums up the whole situation perfectly. The frenzy is gone, but Phoenix home values are resilient, supported by the region's economic vitality, even in a higher rate environment. The craziness is over, but the foundation is still incredibly strong. So that really brings us to the big question. For you, in a market like this, one that's defined by balance and opportunity instead of extremes, what's your next move?
If you want to explore that question and get a strategy that's tailored specifically to you and your goals in the Phoenix housing market this October, head on over to phoenixhomes.com. Thanks so much for joining me.